Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I have our March budget report for you guys. So March was actually a really good month compared to February, which was one of our worst months ever. In March it was a lot better. So our income was a lot better, and our expenses were better. So I'll show you guys first our income. So our self-employment, this is just like our side jobs that we do. We only made $160 in March for that. And then for our actual jobs that we have now, was expecting around maybe $1,700, but we worked a lot of overtime. So we went up to $2,578.53 is what we took home. And then we also had 100 in the other category, and then we also got a tax refund. So we did our taxes. This is the first year we've done our taxes ourselves in probably about 5 years, because we always had rental properties, and so we went ahead and did it ourselves this year. And we used TurboTax, and it was actually really simple, so it wasn't too bad. But it was nice. We got a small refund, so we got $710 back, so that was great. So everything together, I had expected around $1,900, and we ended up getting $3,548.53. So that was a really good month with income. The tax refund, of course, added in there was really good. But even besides the tax refund, we still did pretty well on income this month. So for our expenses, we have our normal car insurance, home insurance, property tax. Our water was $22.77, so we did pretty much how it normally is every month. Electric was about $40, so that was good. Phones is our normal. Internet is the normal. And then, okay, so grocery. This was the main thing. I think the main thing we went over in. We went over by $91.75. So one reason why it's like this is, like, I've kind of mentioned this a little bit, but we are really changing our diets. And especially, like, this started when I had gone to the ER in January, and then found out about my B12 was low, and researched that and seen how bad that can get with that and lacking different nutrients. So anyways, I kind of changed things. We really tried to cut down on processed foods. I'm mostly cutting them out altogether. We do have some snacks that are processed, but we're trying to stick with either really minimal processed or none at all. So we've really been making changes and trying to work towards a lot healthier eating, and really looking at ingredients in what we're eating. So we've been kind of getting like better quality foods, and like peanut butter, I've switched to an all-natural peanut butter, and it just contains peanuts and salt. But it is a lot more expensive than the cheaper peanut butters that I was getting. So there's definitely been kind of an increase, and we have been buying tons of fruits and vegetables, and because we've cut out sugar, so we've replaced that with fruit, and we have just really been enjoying it. It's worked really well, but it is more expensive. And even though we've been shopping at Aldi's and they are good prices, we still have been spending a lot. One of the other things that we spent on groceries that was really expensive are different kinds of nuts. And like walnuts is something that I love to eat, and it's really healthy. But they are expensive. A whole bag of walnuts at Walmart was $13. So that is why it is really high. I don't know what our plan is right now as far as going into April. I'm thinking that we're just going to try to stick with the $200 budget. We'll see how April goes. We're going to really try to be more aware and cautious of our spending. Maybe cut back a little bit on how much we buy, but we haven't been wasting anything, so it's been the right amount. So we're going to see, and then we'll see if we need to increase our grocery budget. So that's why that was really over. And then in dining out, we also went over. The main reason for that is because I didn't really think about budgeting for eating out when we were on our trip to Mount Dora. And we were there and stayed the night, and we did eat out there. So that's more of why that went over too. And then entertainment, I had budgeted $200 for the Mount Dora Hotel. And we also were going to the county fair. So I budgeted $200. The hotel was cheaper than I expected, and the county fair, we were able to go on their discount day, so that ended up being cheaper. So $142.09 is what we spent for that. And then gas, we went over because in March I wasn't really sure what to budget for. I did $150 for gas, but our job is mostly driving. So we're doing a lot of driving, working for the county parks, and we're just driving all over to different parks all day, and that's why it is pretty expensive. So we do get a gas allowance, so that does help, but I'm probably going to start budgeting more around $200 for gas. And then household, let's see, I budgeted $20. We ended up spending $33.63. My husband wanted to get grass seed, and which that it wasn't planned, but he really wanted to get some grass seed and try to fix up the yard. We did quite a bit out in the yard and trying to make it look nicer, and we also got mulch, and it looks so much better out there now. So that is what we got in household. For the allowance, we each got $50 for personal spending money. Miscellaneous went $14.70. This was on some stamps from the post office, and then we had to replace the headlight in our truck. So that is what that was for. And then our Disney pass holder, $28.75. That comes out every month until October is when that ends. And then Hulu, $13.60. Medical, $35. This was just for a copay for a doctor's visit that my husband had, just like annual checkup. And then for our home, this is the only thing that we have bought with the tax return. So the one thing that we knew we wanted to get, kind of a splurge, was a surround sound, because we like watching the Hulu, but we also really love renting movies from the library, and we watch a lot of movies that we rent from the library. So we really have been wanting to get a surround sound because it's something that we do enjoy a lot. So we have been planning on getting a surround sound for like close to a year. And after we found out we were getting the tax refund, we decided to go ahead and to splurge on that. So that's the only thing that we really used the tax return for. Otherwise, we're just saving the rest of it. So that is what that was for. So it was $123.04 with tax for the surround sound. And we did get, I think it was like an open box from Best Buy. So it was discounted. And it does work really well. So I had budgeted $1,339.27, and we did go over because of grocery, but it was $1,533.69, which is still, I think, pretty good for the entire month, especially with like splurging on their surround sound and going on an overnight trip. So I think that's really good still. So subtracting the income to our expenses, we were left over with $2,014.84 that went into our savings. So exciting. This big amount to bulk up our savings again. I had only budgeted planning around $620, so this was so nice. Not expecting that much, and it was great. So we actually were just under a 60% savings rate for March, so really exciting. That money is going to be put back and just put into our savings as kind of a buffer. And so yeah, it was a good month, and just had some things that we did. We also went to Disney one day in March, and then here's just some things that I spent my personal money on. I do like to keep track. So this is just the personal money, and I Haven't been saving it. I try to save my personal money as much as I can, because usually I'm saving up for like a purchase, maybe a new camera or something like that. But this time I did end up purchasing a phone, so I did get a new phone, and I also spent $40 on walking shoes because another thing we have been doing is walking every single day for 30 minutes to 40 minutes. And we have not skipped a day since we started about 2 months ago. So that is something else we have added in. And yeah, definitely we have noticed big changes. My husband said he's lost 15 pounds since we cut out sugar and we've been walking and eating better. And I just feel a lot better. So I wanted to get walking shoes because my feet had been bothering me after walking a lot with sandals and shoes that weren't that good for longer walks. So I got those. They were Skechers. And then $6 at Goodwill. $3 I spent of my personal money on food from the fair, and then I also spent $4 on a milkshake. And then $2 for a hat. And then just Goodwill and a garage sale items. I don't know what those were anymore. So that is what I spent some of my personal money on in March. So yeah, it was a good month, and I'm really excited about all that we were able to save and put back. So I'm hoping that April will be another good month. I know income-wise we should be doing pretty well. We won't have the tax refund in there, but I think we'll be doing pretty well for April. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know. Let me know how March went for you, and I will see you all again soon in the next video. Bye, everyone.